from different places, we all have different names. No matter what life brings us, Jesus is the same. We're just your Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness.
How you doing?
I'm good, Jessica. How are you?
What?
I'm good.
What's happening? Were you two stuck in traffic?
Totally.
No, but I heard you were.
Oh yeah, I was stuck in traffic. Maybe I should get into that. So I was stuck in traffic, and the reason why that happened is this is the episode where we are on a new schedule where we meet on Tuesdays instead of Monday now. And that's because Jessica has Amber's doing something where she needs to meet on Mondays, and they're doing a tag team with Miles, and so we switched to Tuesday. And originally I was having a problem with Tuesday, but then I realized, I don't need to be all stressed out about getting home from because I go to dinner on Tuesdays with some of my former coworkers that are my friends now. And I was like, how could I possibly be in podcast mode after going to that restaurant? But then after thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm just always in podcast mode now. So it doesn't even matter like what happened previously. So anyway, I was like, my dinner is going to be it finished early. So I'm like, hey, I can actually, we could start earlier. We don't have to start recording right away. And we could start recording right away because I can get home earlier because we were going to start recording at 8:00. But then my mom wanted me to get an enchilada from the place because it's a Mexican place. So I was going to, and got the enchilada, but then find out that there's a lane closed on the freeway. And I don't know what it is with the Antelope Valley, but they're just constantly doing construction. Like you name it. There's just always construction everywhere you turn. You look at point A, there's construction. Point B, there's construction. Or you could call it road work. So yeah, that was interesting. So that's what happened with me. Normally I open my window to my room before I start the podcast so that I can like vent the inside air. But this time I wasn't able to. So I guess I'm if I'm like suffocating in my room like a weird fish or something, then you could just imagine me like a weird fish. But anyway,
you were still able to vent though, Tim.
Yeah, no, I wasn't able to vent I was actually able to. Yes, I was able to. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So anyway, getting into my like general life updates. So I'm on chapter 13 of Project Hail Mary now.
All right.
Yeah. But what I'm finding out is that everybody that has started Project Hail Mary that I have talked to so far are all ahead of me. So I don't know if they just like only have interest in one thing and then they're just like able to just do that one thing and they have no other interest whatsoever, no curiosity regarding the world. Or I just am legitimately distracted. I think it's more likely the latter. But I'm really enjoying the book. What?
I said potentially.
I'm really enjoying the book, though. I would say at chapter 10 or 11 is where it really starts getting good. Like, so like a third of the way through the book. And it's fantastic. And I can see why it's listed as like an audible essential because it's just it's really immersive and really like interesting science fiction. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. It's the main character kind of figures out things with you and you're listening to it. And it's just really fascinating how he uses mathematics and science to figure out all this cool stuff. And it's actually coincidentally made me really interested in astronomy because it's just like this really heavy science, like space kind of theme and how he's figuring things out based on that. So it's cool. Really cool. But last point is I figured out that stillness is a really helpful concept for me now in my life. I brought up in previous episodes about how you could leverage boredom to help you with stimulation and attention and not scrolling and stuff like that, so that you can figure out what your priorities are. But boredom sounds really negative and really uncomfortable. And so a positive way to look at it is this idea of stillness, or being still, like physically still or mentally still or even spiritually still. One of the scriptures in the Bible is be still and know that I am God, right? And so that's like really amazing. And so that's been a very helpful concept for me recently and given me a lot of peace. So,
Nice.
so yeah, that's pretty much what I have for my update. If you remember nothing, then just think that I was in road work and I'm reading Project Hail Mary and I'm prioritizing stillness.
Basically, you are in space in the stillness.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or there's
We're
like
in road
road
work.
work in space, and I'm a
Yeah.
part of that road work
Space
space
road
operation.
work.
What do you do for a living? I work on the roads in space.
Like, the space our Rainbow Road from Mario Kart. Like that's
Right.
all the space.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are always under construction. I'm always falling off of those.
I know they need to put up those guardrails and adjust those LED lights.
They really do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just do like the split screen and then like watch somebody else's screen, and they're playing really well, and then you're just like falling off of Rainbow Road, like
Yeah,
constantly.
I do that even when I'm watching my own screen.
Yeah, indeed.
Beth, how have you been? How's
Yeah,
this?
speaking of Rainbow Road, how have you been,
Speaking
Beth?
of Rainbow Road,
Speaking of your favorite color.
my favorite color. That is correct. Let's see what's happened in the past couple weeks. Well, for 2 weeks in a row, we didn't have any kids in Sunday school, which was weird.
Wow.
So, the first week, I actually got to sit down and watch the sermon, and then the second week, I might have just left early. I don't know. Don't tell anybody. I'm just kidding.
And you're talking about it on the podcast. Like, oh, everybody
that was
listening.
fun. I got to watch Howard Churchill, I think. Maybe it was his testimony. No, I
Yeah.
watched that during the first sermon because I didn't have any Sunday school kids the Sunday before, but I planned a lesson. So
Yeah.
I go right after choir or whatever to
Yeah.
go to the Sunday school lesson. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I did. That's my update. No, I'm just kidding. I started meditating again
Really?
through the Calm app. And it's funny you were talking about still, Tim, because today's theme for the meditation, I like the guy Jeff Warren. He's my guy who I listen to. The theme for today was pause. And
Wow.
and there's a meditation word that he said in one of his sessions or whatever you call them, that for the life of me I couldn't remember, and I was like, it's such a cool word, I need to remember the word. The word was equanimity, and
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't remember what it means, but it's basically it's just basically like observing the chaos that is around you and being okay with it. And but yeah, he was saying that like sometimes you just have to pause, and that's what meditating is just taking a pause.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
then Sunday we had our craft boutique, and that was fun. And I didn't make enough stuff because I kind of fizzled out and I started too late, but I made like 5 witch cauldrons with bubbly coasters inside and 6 candy corns. And I sold all of my candy corns, and all I've been doing these past few days is making millions more candy corns, even though, once the pressure's off, I can just make as many as I want. I made 10 candy corns in addition to the 6. But I made 5 in yellow and 5 in brown, because those are actually my favorite kind, the ones that are brown.
Yeah.
And that's all I wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
That's all she wrote.
What's going on with you, Jessica?
What's happening? Oh, I was thinking candy corn, Beth. I don't know how many people like candy corn, but I'm one of the few that actually does like candy corn.
I'm team candy corn. Jonah's team candy corn.
Oh, good.
I used to bite the white tip off of the candy corn and pretend my tooth fell out.
That's so cool.
Yep.
I did not do that.
Yeah. By the way, Beth, I'm so glad you said Jeff Warren and not Warren Jeffs. I don't know if you know who Warren Jeffs is.
I don't.
What?
You don't want to know, but there's plenty of documentaries out there.
Is he a murderer?
He was a controversial cult leader and former president of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He's in prison.
Wow.
No, Jeff Warren is good in this world.
Yes, I had to Google it. I was like, wait a minute. And then I was like, oh, no, this is a really good person. Like this person.
That's really... That's interesting.
And I talked about it before, but he has I can't remember how long it is, but he has a whole ADHD series of meditation, like meditation for people with ADHD.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I also have the Calm app. So thanks for sharing all that.
I don't have the Calm app, but I'm going to get the Calm app now so I can check it out. That's great. By the way, equanimity, I looked it up. I was just too curious. It means the quality of being calm and even tempered, composure.
Yeah. That's
cool. Cool. I think your in your own words definition was great, Beth.
Well, that's how he described it in his meditation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just being okay when stuff is happening.
Yes.
Remaining calm, pausing, Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I love that. Yeah.
What?
I was going to say, I love that that's something that both of you are kind of focusing in on and have kind of had fall into your lap in terms of like things that you want to work on or things, have kind of, like I said, fallen into your lap. I have been searching for stillness since Miles came into the...
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
And it sure is difficult. But these the past couple of weeks have been pretty good. As you know, Amber and I celebrated our 5th wedding anniversary, and I took her to the live taping of Wicked. Was it called One Wonderful Night or something like that? Anyways, it's going to be on TV. You'll be able to watch it on NBC November 6th.
Ooh.
And
wait, Amber's going to be featured in Wicked?
Yes, she is going to be Glinda. So
okay. Wow.
No, but I'm not going to share a lot because I want people to be able to experience it on their own. But I can say it was awesome. And a lot of people dressed up. We tried to kind of fit in with the theme of things because they sent us some kind of clothing options that you could try to focus in on, like wearing all black, wearing green, wearing pink and green, wearing pink, all that kind of stuff. And that way, if you're on TV, everybody's kind of matching in some capacity. But it was so cool. I was able to see Jeff Goldblum, which was insane because Jurassic Park, I really enjoyed him in Independence Day. There's just so much. And so that was really awesome. It was great to see Cynthia and Ariana perform.
Wow.
Their voices are just insane live. And I'm excited for everybody to be able to see the show on November 6th, and just anyway, the energy in that place was so cool at the Dolby Theater. But other than that, while that was happening, my mom, she flew out to babysit Miles so that we could do that. And then we got home at like 12:30, and then I had to get up at 4:45 the next day. Well, same day, I guess. And I went to a variety tech summit. So it was a bunch of people in the industry that were like presidents and CEOs and CMOs and all of those initials and letters of, big companies. And some people that were there, there were two people that were there that I was like super stoked about. And it was the brothers that wrote Stranger Things. They were there, and they kind of shared a little bit about the new season that's coming out.
Wow.
And because the final season is in September, season 4 is coming out. I don't remember when it's coming out, but I don't know why I said September. No, I don't know when it's coming out. I want to say it's around Thanksgiving that it's going to be coming out.
I have some news for you.
What?
It's not going to be September for much longer.
I have a feeling we're about to turn a new leaf.
Wow.
Hey-o, fall reference. But I think it's during the holidays that it's coming out, because they're cracking a lot of jokes about how, like, if you don't get along with your family, at least you can watch Stranger Things for the holidays. Yeah. Anyway, and then there was like other people were there. Nicole Byer, John Stamos, Gabrielle Union. But other than that, there were other really awesome people that the gentleman that was the architect behind getting broadcast television into live streaming, he was there, which is insane because that's a lot of stuff. But the nerd inside of me was very excited to learn about all of the analytics and data and all of that fun stuff with technology and the entertainment industry. So that's the quick update on things. But
wow, that's exciting, Jessica.
Yeah. But in other news, as Beth said, there was the fall boutique happened this past Sunday, which is very exciting. But this next Sunday is the all church pancake breakfast, which is between services. And then after that, between 4 and 6 p.m. is messy church. So
you get pancakes and go to messy church.
I mean, it's literally the greatest time. It's jam packed. It is all about fun and excitement on October 5th.
I didn't know jam.
Yeah, is there jam at the all church pancake breakfast?
I'm like putting it into the universe that there will be jam.
Yeah, I want to put jam on my pancakes. And I think that people
syrup on my toast.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. Wow.
And make it French.
And I'm gonna put ketchup on my eggs.
Okay.
Ketchup on your what?
My eggs.
Oh, yes.
Have you guys ever done that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've done it before.
No.
Yeah, maybe I'll try it again.
I do enjoy ketchup on eggs, but with the eggs that we have, I don't need ketchup on them. They're just good. Anyways.
I agree.
Yeah. But that's mainly it for, well, I will add, aren't the crochet queens, aren't they meeting on Saturday?
Yeah, so is the
this Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Isn't it?
Saturday, October 4th. Yep.
Yeah. So they're meeting. Feel free to check it out. Maybe you need people to help you put together gift ideas, things that you can personally handcraft. Join in. They're there to help. And you can have some amazing conversations and hang out with some lovely people.
Yeah.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then the is meeting as well.
Is also meeting. Yeah. And then, food for thought, it's on Wednesdays at 6. So feel free to check that out. There's so much happening at the church and so much more that's going to be coming up during the holiday season. So you gotta tune in.
Yeah. It's amazing.
But now we're going to jump into the Methodist moment, and it's going to be a little brief, but you're going to enjoy every second.
Yes, indeed. Methodist moment. We forgot to do the jingle last time, so Methodist moment. If you two, do you two have anything in mind for the Methodist moment? Because I thought of something like absolutely like amazing that I wanted to share that we could all kind of like jump in with.
I knew that you were going to have the most amazing thing, Tim, and I am 1,000% on board with this Methodist moment being what Tim is about to say.
Okay, excellent. Very nice. Thank you. So I log on my computer today and there's a message that says today, September 30th, is Podcast Day, International Podcast Day.
Hey.
And I had no idea that was even a thing until Microsoft told me, but maybe I could have found that out some other way. But I think that's cool. So we can kind of think about all the experiences we had with this podcast. And one thing I wanted to start with is I was thinking back, like maybe a few days ago or maybe last week, since we started recently podcasting again, if you two want to talk about how we started this podcast again, because I think there was some detail that I left out last time we talked about it. So I can go first, kind of like share my perspective on like how it all started. So basically, me, Jessica, and Beth, no particular order, we were in choir, and all of a sudden, like we just started having a conversation. I don't even remember the content of the conversation at this point, but all I remember is that Beth was laughing hysterically about something that Jessica was saying, and I was really going along with it and probably like chuckling myself. And then Jessica kind of had this amused expression on her face. She wasn't like laugh out loud laughing, but it was like, how she has like sometimes she has the sarcastic like humor and stuff like that. It was just like a really funny, like super enjoyable like experience. And we were like, maybe we should do a podcast. And then, and then like, fast forward to Vacation Bible School. And we were all helping with Vacation Bible School, and it was scheduled a little bit different, where Darcy wasn't able to do the first 2 days of Vacation Bible School. And so Jessica did those 2 days. And like it was the first time that I had done the skit in the very beginning. And so Jessica and I were like, oh, maybe this would be a good thing. Beth brought it up, and it was like, it worked out so well. And then Jessica ended up like leading the entire thing, which wasn't necessarily like what she was thinking that she would be doing. And then COVID happened all of a sudden, and it was crazy. And then like, because of all those experiences we had with VBS, it was like, I remember texting Beth after VBS, like maybe a week later or so. And she's like, hey, maybe we could actually start that podcast. And just so she brought it up at the staff meeting, and the rest was history. So yeah, just a really fond kind of experience. And we've just been going at it ever since, like with all these episodes. And honestly, I think that all of us have really improved in our ability to like do this podcast. Because when I first started out, I felt really like nervous and probably was saying things that nobody could even vibe with, and probably things that were just like the humor was just completely off, like a comedian like on the stage. It's like you got the tomato thing going on. That's how I felt in the beginning. But now I feel much more confident, and it's a lot better. But we just had so many amazing experiences on this podcast. So I just wanted to share that for the Methodist moment.
I love that. Yeah. All I remember is COVID. That was great. I was like, I don't want to end this let's continue this in a podcast format.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like we all kind of gravitated towards one another and always had really fun conversations and just are able to laugh with one another in a way where, you know, life kind of feels a little bit lighter. And I think that's something that if you are able to be in that kind of environment, you should find ways to continue that. And I feel like that's what we did. And we created this podcast together, and you know, it allows us to have our cups filled up a little bit, and we can encourage one another, and hopefully we're encouraging other people, or we're just teaching other people weird things, and that's okay as well. But but that's kind of, I mean, it's definitely been a great thing, and I enjoy it tremendously. So.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Absolutely. And yeah, that's a good point there, about how we kind of just gravitated to, like, you know, wanting to spend time together, and the podcast being a really good format. And I was thinking that, like, we took that big long break with like you're having Miles and stuff, and just life being uncertain. And then Beth and I probably needed a little bit of time to figure things out for ourselves in our own personal lives. But at the end of the day, or the end of whatever that period was, we all just decided to do the podcast again. It's like we Beth and I had a conversation. Jessica, you brought it up to me. I'm sure that we all kind of were thinking about it, like, all throughout those months, and it just kind of happened again naturally. And we're back in action, you know? So yeah.
Super exciting.
Speaking of podcasts, and it being podcast day, one of our super fans has a birthday today. It's Kathany Ankeny.
Oh, wow.
And also my mom.
This is an extra special day.
So happy day for everybody.
Yeah.
Happy
birthday, happy podcast day.
All I remember from deciding to do the podcast was I was like, I don't know how to do anything, but I'll be on a podcast. So that's what I've been doing this whole time. Just
joining the Zoom. That's
do that.
What? You know, there was something you said a long time ago, Beth. You were like, you know, there have been a lot of times where I've been talking about doing a podcast and talking about all these ideas and stuff. And you're like, yeah, actually, this is like a real podcast. This is not just a podcast I was talking about doing. It's like a real one. I'm paraphrasing, of course. You said it like in your special Beth way, but like, I can't believe this is what we're doing. It's amazing.
Yeah, my friend and I used to talk about our imaginary podcast.
Oh.
And we would just like think up dumb segments that would be on our imaginary podcast. But we never actually made a podcast. It was more fun to just dream of one instead of making one. Yeah, because it's a lot less work if you just pretend you're going to make one and then don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like there's a podcast called Las Culturistas. I'm probably butchering that last part, but and they joked about this like fake award show, and then they ended up doing it. Like Bravo picked it up, and they had this, and they like made up the categories, and like there were like a ton of A-list celebrities that were there. And if you ever get I don't know how close it is to the Wesleyan Quadrilateral, but I can say it is funny. You just have to be open to lightheartedness and don't take things too seriously is all I have to say.
I'm out on both of those. So.
But it's so funny. Like the entire award show is just, it's funny.
Wow. That's awesome.
So, you never know. If you make things up in your head long enough, it will end up happening.
Yeah, like seriously, that's what all these entrepreneurs do. My mom has been watching Shark Tank like all the time. And like these entrepreneurs are just like legitimately, they come up with an idea that's so compelling and they're like, I just have to make this like happen. And so I guess that's what we did with this podcast. It makes me think that like maybe we or like just anybody could like, they have some idea like a YouTube channel or something, or like just some little invention or whatever, and they just decide to put in the work because they feel so passionate about it. I think that's the thing,
Except we didn't get Mark Cuban to finance our podcast.
Still waiting.
True. Still waiting to hear back.
We just still waiting to hear back. You both did that at the same time. It's like the Jinx owe me a soda kind of thing.
Jinx owe me a Coke. Well, speaking of Coca-Cola, which is in a cylindrical-ish can.
And that was something that Pastor Jim talked about in one of his sermons a long time ago.
Yeah.
Going back into podcast history.
It was called Dot Coke. Just kidding. It was
not Dot Coke. That's like Coca-Cola. Wait, what? No, if you have a Dot Coke at the end of, instead of .com, it's like Dot Coke instead. I don't know. Google Dot Coke.
Start doing that.
Yeah. That's good. I was thinking cylindrical, round, what goes around, which was the sermon title.
Before I derailed that entire operation
this past Sunday, and it was a great sermon.
Oh yeah.
In terms of, the man with leprosy, it was just that we discussed Luke chapter 16 verses 19 through 31. And so, as I said, it was the Rich Man and Lazarus, and kind of just a brief overview and kind of how he started the sermon. It was, kind of what goes around kind of keeps going around is kind of how he started the sermon. And it's true, when you think about a lot of things that happen in life, when it comes to the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer and things getting more expensive and life just always throwing you lemons, things just keep going around, and it doesn't feel like there's much of an ROI, a return on investment, guys. And so the whole, sermon was more so to reflect and then let us know that, at the end of the day, what goes around does come back around. And that's because Jesus, for those that have accepted Jesus into their hearts and follow him, they'll be the ones that are able to see him as we transition from life to life. And and so I think that's a special thing. It doesn't matter how rich you are, how poor you are. We're all going to be the same at the end of the day. We're all going to be buried. We're all going to, or cremated, personal preference, whatever you want to do. Some people are made into trees, fun stuff. But I think that's like the key part of the sermon. And I really did appreciate how that perspective was kind of put in there. So what are your guys' takeaways from this sermon?
I thought it was very insightful and very interesting. And I really appreciate Pastor Matt Seargeant's delivery and just kind of the way he touches on things. And this is another one of his sermons I noticed that where he talks about being the church. He didn't say that specifically, but in his prayer at the very end, he kind of talked about it. And I really think that it was a call for that, for sure. And the things that really stood out to me, in no particular order, where I really think it was interesting, relatable that he put the Rich Man and Lazarus story into a modern context. I did not expect that, because sometimes when I go into the Bible, and I view Jesus' parables, it's I kind of like, of course, I get some relatability there, but when you think about it in modern terms, like things that could be happening in the Bible, like whether it's Jesus' parables or other things, it kind of increases that relatability. And so, like, I was thinking of myself, I'm like, so I'm just like got a somewhat like comfortable life, and like I'll see like people that are just like down and out or in much more difficult situations than my own, and that's exactly the same kind of thing that was the rich man and Lazarus. I mean, Jesus put it in such a frame that was like we could really see the point. But now that like Pastor Matt put it in modern terms, it's like I really see it so much more clearly. And so, like, how can I kind of be providing a benefit to somebody else more so? Just kind of really relating to that story so much more. And then I thought it was interesting how he was mentioning that I think it was one of the United Methodist ministers or something. They noticed what that wrestler said about how religion is a crutch for the weak and losers. But then, like, the message from Jesus is for the weak and losers. And when I really think about it, I feel like putting Jesus at the center of our lives and really connecting with God, he brings us out of our weakness into strength. And when we pray, this is so like really important, actually. So like the last 2 weeks or so, or even maybe in the last episode, I might have briefly talked about this. I've been really praying a lot more to God, like whenever I feel like I like am uncomfortable or feeling weak or anxious or just any sort of like pain or uncertainty. And I've just been asking God for like strength or patience or guidance or some or just anything that might kind of help me to deal with like life's obstacles. And it's been making me feel a lot more emotionally stable, and I feel like I feel way more connected with God as a result. And so like Jesus being for the weak is so like true. And you know, when Jesus says what is it, take my yoke, and like I forget the whole scripture now, but yeah, it's like he will give us water so that we're not thirsty, you know, and just all of these things. It's just like a really special thing. And so God brings us into a position where we can do things that we couldn't do before. And so, yeah, you know, God really does level the playing field. What goes around comes around. Yeah, with God, he does bring us into an opportunity for everything: wisdom, guidance, strength, and peace, and stillness, and yeah. So those were some of my key takeaways for sure. Oh, one other thing, I thought it was helpful, and I'm really glad that Pastor Matt mentioned what his kind of take on heaven and hell were, because yeah, all of our takes will be a little different regarding heaven and hell or the afterlife, and but we could still take the parable as like something that really holds so true for us, and looking at our lives and how they are and how we can do more. We could be the church. So I don't know what my personal views are 100% on heaven and hell. Like it kind of just varies, but I know that God will take care of us, and God loves us, and he has like mercy and justice. And so I think that everything will work out in the end. So yeah.
Yeah. You were referencing Matthew 11:29. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. So this trend of stillness and rest and all of that continues.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that to light. That's great.
Yeah. Beth, what about you? What are some takeaways that you
Okay.
take from this?
So first I'm going to throw it back to Howard Churchill's testimony because
Thank you.
So good. It was such a good testimony. I was like, he's
good.
like a rock star, basically.
I know.
Yeah.
That weekend we were finishing up Mean Girls, and that was the last day.
That's right.
There's a part in Mean Girls at the beginning when the principal is trying to pronounce the new girl's name, and he says Caddy instead of Katie.
Yeah.
And then he says, back in my day, you were either named Lisa or Keith. That was it. And then in the part where Howard talks about his kids, 2 of them were named Lisa and Keith. And I was like, oh, that is how it was.
That's so funny.
So I was like, they weren't lying. That's good.
Then he also had the other name thing about like 3 Pastor Whites.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
What in the world?
And one of them was also a Pastor Jim White. And that's crazy to me.
So crazy. So what Beth is mentioning is, since we're doing the podcast every other week now, so there was a testimony the previous Sunday, and he was sharing how basically he's gone through, is it 3 Jim Whites?
Well, 2 Jim Whites. I think one in the middle was a Pastor White, but not a Jim.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Either way, a lot of Pastor Whites, and just all on his birthday, basically. Friend. It was totally, you could tell that God was like guiding his entire life. It was very, very cool.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, for sure. I really liked the what was it, the hymn. I forget the title of it now. Do either of you recall what the hymn was for that?
No.
Yes, I do.
Because he lives. Yes, because he lives, I can face tomorrow. Yep. There's something with this podcast, like the Holy Spirit being in our podcast or something, because the last, like, I don't know, like 3 hours, I was trying to think of what that song was, because I didn't have a chance to re-listen to his testimony. I'm like, what was that favorite hymn? And then just all of a sudden it came to me after we've just been talking this whole time. Wow.
That was a good one. I like that one. And as for Pastor Matt's sermon, I really enjoyed that one as well, because that's what I've been struggling with for a while, is watching what goes around just go around and around and around with seemingly no consequences. And so, I mean, it still sucks living on this earth while it's happening.
Oh gosh, you're right. Seriously.
Yeah.
But hopefully we'll all get our rewards in heaven. Also, in Mean Girls, I'm just going to tie everything to Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Both
I respect that.
Well, it's canon that Regina died for like 15 seconds, and she said, oh, because she got hit by a bus at the end of the movie, musical, whatever. And she said, oh, by the way, if you're wondering what heaven looks like, it looks like a condo in Miami. So that's excited. Heaven looks like a condo in Miami.
Oh, I hope it's not that humid in heaven.
Oh, it won't be. It won't be, because
it won't be humid in
feels
heaven.
more like a hell situation there.
I feel like there should be a country song called "Humidity in Heaven," and I just want to hear somebody sing it. Like it's it'd be like a Dwight Yoakam kind of. I don't know.
There's it's a really old Brian Regan joke, and he talks about how you can't talk about humidity without saying, oh, it's not just the heat, it's the humidity. And what I think about too. It's not just the heat, guys, it's the humidity. The heat's bad, but also the humidity.
That's funny.
I like that we don't have that so much here. The humidity.
At the dinner that I went to, what one of my friends was saying that his attic, when it's like 110 or 115 or something, it's like 130 in his attic when it's 110 or 115 outside. And it's like, we were talking about heat and humidity. Maybe it's not that bad in an attic that's 130 degrees if it's not humid. You know, that humidity is what makes it. But you could be somewhere if it's really hot as long as it's not humid.
I've been outside in 115 degree weather out here in this desert, and even though there's no humidity, I would still rather not do that.
Yeah,
that is sensible.
No thanks.
That's my hot take.
It's your hot take.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Did we do it? Did we solve the world's problems?
We did.
I think we definitely did. We're talking about all these different ways of how we can be helpful and how we can have peace. I think that's really an awesome thing. Oh, and you might find that a lot of people have the same last names and the same first names, and you might just find a favorite hymn in the entire mix.
And the main person in the center of all of this is Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love the Lazaruses of today. They don't have to technically have leprosy. They could be people that are looked down upon in certain parts of society or in some socioeconomical standard, but always remember to love everybody.
Yeah.
Your life may be a specific way now, but there's a chance you could be a Lazarus at some point.
Yeah.
And you would want people to love you in all seasons of your life, in every chapter of your life. And so I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
No one's better than someone else. And no matter where you come from
or where you go.
Absolutely.
Or where you come from.
Your name is
Nine Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful, Jessica. And the other thing that I remember is love your neighbor as yourself. Your neighbor being your enemy, the person that's down and out, the person that's underprivileged, the person that's in a catastrophe, but also like anybody that you could make somebody's day better as well. So yeah, it's like everybody's included in that love your neighbor aspect.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. Well, wonderful. I feel like we all had some great takeaways from this past Sunday and even the Sunday prior. And I think it's a great time for us to head into some prayer requests. I'm going to go ahead and start because I would know that we're all probably thinking this. I think we want to lift up the White family, Pastor Jim's family, as Pastor Jim's father went from life to life this past Sunday. And I know that they were kind of waiting for that to happen, but there's always a lot that can happen emotionally just as you grieve and celebrate and remember things. And so just prayers to Pastor Jim and his family that all is well. And we can just remember that our true home is in heaven where there's no humidity.
Unless you like humidity, then there's humidity we want.
Yeah,
right.
Humid. You know what? That could be a bumper sticker. Humid heaven.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm really so glad that you said that, Jessica, because that was definitely on my heart as well. So
Samesies.
yeah.
Did you have anything else, Jessica?
Yeah, Jessica, do you have something for you or Amber or Miles or anybody?
Prayers that we can find a babysitter. We were supposed to have a babysitter come over today to interview them, and they didn't show up. So that was cool.
Oh.
So I think just prayers that we can find a babysitter, because I need somebody to watch Miles at least once a week so I can work. Because I feel like it's so difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's honestly, that's probably my only prayer for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. What about you, Beth? You want to go first?
Sure. I don't have anything off the top of my head, but
we're gonna pray for you.
Do you want me to? Do you want? Okay, I'll go. And
what's in my heart? So just pray for that. What's in my heart already? Because I don't even know.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with mine, and then if you have something else that you want to share, but definitely pray for what's in your heart for sure.
Actually, I do have a prayer request.
Oh.
And maybe it could be an answer to Jessica's prayer, but I'm not sure about that. Owen has been looking for a job without any luck for a long time, and there's all these places that are hiring, but nobody.
What?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just decide that Owen is your new babysitter.
I was just gonna say, is he good with kids?
He's really good with kids. I'm not sure if he's good with very, very young kids, but maybe Beth can answer that.
Well, he was two when Jonah was a baby, and he threw a remote right at his face when I brought him home. So, but he's a lot better now. Later.
Well,
yeah,
if there's any testament,
but
yeah,
but I can ask him if he might be interested in watching an infant baby. If you would be.
Yeah.
Wow.
When I was Owen's age, I remember because I moved out when I was 19. I know he's, not 19 right now, but I moved out of the house when I was 19, and one of my first jobs, I worked at Haagen-Dazs, and it was the greatest experience ever. So I just think about, kids that are adults, they just turn 18. How fun it is, because you can just kind of work anywhere at that point. And I was I could have worked at a movie theater at one point. So I was thinking to myself, really? Oh, it would have been so cool.
He loved it. And my dad did.
Yeah, I was thinking, man, I wonder if Owen could work at a movie theater.
Yeah.
He's applied. He's applied to so many places that are hiring. But yeah, my brother worked at a movie theater, and he had friends that worked at the Dairy Queen and at other places, and he would exchange movie tickets for blizzards and stuff.
That's amazing.
And my brother would always say, I don't have money, but I have currency.
That's amazing. See, to be young.
I know. Yeah, he loved that job.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's funny that we're saying that. We're thinking back to when we were 18. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I think working in a mall in general is pretty awesome, because there's so much going on.
Oh yeah.
You're what do I want for lunch? Auntie Anne's? Do I want Wetzel? Do I want cinema? Because you're young and your body's can consume whatever,
Yep.
Anyway, so that's
There's a scene in Freakier Friday where I don't know if either of you have seen Freakier Friday.
Not yet. Don't spoil any.
Oh, I won't spoil it. Okay, no spoilers.
I got to see it because I'm very excited.
Oh, it's really, really good. I don't remember the first Freaky Friday. I just went in blind, like not knowing anything from the previous one. And it was so good. It's like one of my favorite like comedy, like feel good movies now.
Cool. Oh, I'm excited to watch it. I still have to watch the live action Lilo and Stitch. I'm like so behind. I can't watch a ton of stuff. It's like we've got a 30-minute window sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So for you, Tim?
Yeah. So I think that I could use a prayer for continued, like, my realizing how important stillness is in my life, and then finding stillness within my relationship with God. And then I think I could use a prayer for like prioritizing what it is that I really want to be doing in my life with my free time, because I've been totally like on this like trek of like focusing on reading fiction books and stuff, but I've just legitimately been derailed. Like, I don't know if it's just because like I I don't even know what it is. Like, I think even before we started doing the podcast again after the long break, I started to struggle. But now that I've been talking about it more, and like just kind of focusing on it more, I don't know, just somewhere along the way, I've just gotten confused. And so a prayer for me to kind of just like figure that out and kind of get back on track. And I know it's great to like have other hobbies and stuff, like for me to like play games, maybe on my computer or my phone, or I mean, scrolling on social media is not that bad as long as it doesn't become a problem for me. But so a prayer for me to just kind of find a healthy balance in my life regarding all this stuff, and maybe get back to having reading fiction as my first priority like before, and maybe even read the Bible or something to give me that like clarity. Actually, I was looking into different Bible translations and stuff like that. I found out that United Methodist Church uses the Common English Bible as like its more like accessible translation. And I actually went ahead and purchased it on Kindle so that I could read it on my Kindle and not just on my phone. And it's actually a really nice, refreshing like translation for me. So yeah, maybe I could just like start reading that as well. So I guess this is kind of like a thinking out loud kind of prayer. But that's kind of what I've been doing with God lately. I think I've been like talking to God and stuff, and it's been helpful. So yeah.
That's good. Yeah, God doesn't care if like we ramble or if we don't make sense. It's like that sermon I think that Pastor Jim said one time, and he was like, the guy I think had a prayer or something, and then he just recited the alphabet, and he said,
"Oh yeah,
what was it like? My prayer or something, and just put all the words together using these letters or something." I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'm like
right.
Bad, but it was really funny.
Yeah,
that often.
Yeah, so I think if we have like no expectations for how we're going to like pray to God, I think that's really a way to like enrich our prayer life,
Yeah, for sure.
So that's great. I appreciate that.
Well, guys, it's that time.
So we made it. I was thinking about something, and I'm like, if there's like a place that's sort of like Hades or something like that in the afterlife, I think that a type would be just being in perpetual road work scenario. Like you're just stuck in traffic, and it's just all road work, like road work the entire time, just 24/7. You're just in a car stuck in road work.
And it's like fresh asphalt, and it's 115 degrees.
Yeah, and it's humid.
I
hate it.
And then your gaslight comes on.
Oh, and then somebody gaslights you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and you have no choice but to Stay mad.
Stay mad, you Methodist.
We all have different names. No matter what life brings us, Jesus is the same. We're just your Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness. Methodist to the madness.